Good afternoon, students. Today I am going to discuss about the conditional control structure. Unit 2. Unit 2. Input or output statement and control structure. And control structure. And control structure. So standard input and output statement and control structure. This is unit 2. So after discussing this unit 2, then we are going to write the program and implement in the computer. Now, input statement. The input statement is used to enter values during running of program. So input statement, while writing the flowchart and algorithm, we have used the read n, read a comma b. So C language provides for input statement which is used to enter the value during the running of the program. The input statement is scanf. Scanf is the input statement which is used to enter the value when we are running the program. The rule for scanf is like this. The rule for scanf rule is also called as syntax. The rule for scanf is like this. Scanf format specifier, comma, address of variable 1, comma, address of variable 2, etc. Address of variable 1, comma, address of variable 2, etc. So scanf takes two arguments. One is the format specifier, another is the comma separated address of variable. So what is format specifier? So format specifier we have seen in the data type. Like for example, to represent the integer number, what is the format specifier for integer number? %d. If you want to enter the integer values, then we need to use this format specifier. If you want to enter the character values, then we need to use the character format specifier. Character format specifier is %c. What is the real number format specifier? It is %f, also called as float. What is the double format specifier? %lf, long float. So these are the format specifier which are used in as the first argument. So if you want to enter the values for integer, then you have to use %d, and the type of the variable name should be integer only. If you want to enter the character value, then you have to use the format specifier as %c. Here the type of variable should be char data type. Example for scanf. Example 1, like scanf, like in variable name I have taken as a. A is of integer data type. Then to enter the value for A, then you have to use like this. To enter the value for A, then you have to use this statement, scanf. This is the format specifier. Format specifier for integer is percentage D, address of A. Address of A. This is first example. Second, if you want to read a character, if you want to enter a value, character value, then you have to use this scanf. Scanf percentage C, comma, address of B. Like this you have to write. If you want to enter the value for character, like third example, like int A, comma, float B. So one is integer, another is float. Then the scanf statement will be like this. If you want to enter one integer value as well as float value, then scanf percentage D is for integer, percentage F is for float, address of A, comma, address of B. These are separated by comma. This is the percentage D, percentage F are the format specifier. It should be enclosed inside the double quotation, comma, address of A, comma, address of B. How many format specifiers are there? Two are there. Percentage D is for integer variable A. If percentage D is first, then the variable should be first. Then percentage F is for float B. Then you have to read the value for B. Value for B. The fourth example. If it is a character is A, integer is B, and float is C. If there are three variables are there, character A, B, C, you want to enter all the three variable values when running the program. Then you use scanf percentage C, percentage D, percentage F, percentage F, comma, address of A, comma, address of B, comma, address of C. So this is the scanf statement used to read the three values. One is character value, another is integer value, another is float value. Understood everybody? Anybody having any doubt?
No, sir.
In percentage D, in percentage C, in gap, do we need to keep comma?
No, you should not keep comma. It should be continuous. It should be continuous. You should not keep comma. Only here the variable names are separated by comma. Address of A, comma, address of B, comma, address of C. Format specified should be written inside the double quotes without any comma. Now, if you want to read two integer values, like for example int A, comma, B, two variables are there, A, comma, B, then you can use scanf percentage D, comma, address of A, comma, address of B. If you want to read two integer values, then you have to use this statement. Percentage D is for integer, percentage D for integer. A is of integer type and B is for integer type. Integer format specifier is percentage D. So, you can read one value or two value or n values in a single scanf statement. Or you can also read like this, scanf percentage D, comma, address of A, comma, scanf percentage D, comma, address of B. So one by one, after reading A value, then you are entering the scanf statement, entering the value for B. Either you can write in a single statement by using the scanf, or you can use two scanf statements to read the value of A, to read the value of B. Clear everybody? Input statement, scanf. Clear?
Yes, sir.
Yes.
Now output statement. Output statement. The output statement the output statement is used to display the value and information onto the output screen. Output screen means monitor. Onto the output screen. The function used is the statement used is printf. So this is the printf function we use for displaying the values or any information. Like information means printf hello world. So hello world is displayed onto the output screen. What is the output screen? Output screen is nothing but the monitor. Now rule. What is the rule for printf? Rule is also called as syntax. So printf format specifier comma variable 1 comma variable 2 etc. So this is the syntax. This is the rule for using the printf statement. So printf, the first argument is format specifier. The second argument will be comma separated variable name. Here you are not preceding by address. In scanf statement you are preceding the variable name by address operator. Here you are not preceding by address. Directly you are entering the variable name separated by comma. Now example. Int a, int b. A is equal to 5, b is equal to 3. Now printf a value is equal to %d comma a. Printf b value is equal to %d comma b. So here a is of type integer type, b is of type integer type. So here I am assigning the value a is equal to 5, b is equal to 3. Now I want to display these values onto the output screen. So the statement is printf a value is. So this is the information. A value is equal to %d. Actually this is the type specifier. The type specifier for integer is %d. So here the variable. What is the variable here? The variable is a. A is of integer type. So because a is of integer type, we need to use %d. Here b value is equal to %d. B is of integer type. So since b is integer, we need to use %d. Clear everybody?
Yes, sir.
Second example. Int a, float b. A is equal to 33. B is equal to 44.356. Now I want to display a value and b value. So here what I will do is printf a is equal to %d. A. Because a is integer type, I need to use percentage D inside the double quote. Now printf percentage F B. Here I am not writing B is equal to. It is our B, but this format specifier is compulsory. This is our information. You can write or no need to write, but this format specifier is compulsory. Now, after running this program, what will be the output is A is equal to 33 and 44.356. 44.356. This will be the output. A is equal to 33. So here, since I have printed A is equal to, so in the output screen, this will be printed A is equal to. So wherever percentage D is there the value of A is substituted. What is the value of A? The value of A I have assigned as 33. Now here I have not used B is equal to, so nothing is displayed onto the output screen, onto the monitor. Now percentage F, directly I am using percentage F. What is the value of percentage F? 44.356. Only this value is printed. Here you are not seeing B is equal to. That is our bit. If you want to display a message like B value is, or B is equal to, or B contains the value, whatever the information you want to write, you can write. But that is optional. But this is mandatory, compulsory. The type specifier is compulsory. That's why in printf statement, the first format we say that it's a format specifier. Then the next will be variable separated by comma. Clear everybody? Clear?
Yes, sir.
Now this is there. Now I want to print in a single line. Printf A is equal to percentage D, B is equal to percentage F, A comma B. You can use in a single line statement. Printf A is equal to percentage D, B is equal to percentage F. Then the output will be A is equal to 33, B is equal to 44.356. Either you can use single printf statement or you can use multiple printf. You can read two elements in a single line, or you can use separate scanf statement for reading the values for the variable. Cleared everybody? Input and output statement?
Yes,
Input
sir.
and output statement?
Yes, sir.
Now we shall see conditional control structure. The control structures are again divided into two types. One is conditional control structure. And another is loop control structure. Control structure is divided into two parts. One is conditional, another is loop control structure. The conditional control structure is again divided into if else, nested if else, else if ladder, and switch case. The control structure is divided into two types. One is conditional control structure. Conditional control structures are again five types. One is if, if else, nested if else if ladder, and switch case. Now loop control structure. Loop control structures are divided into for loop, while loop, do while loop, and nested for loop. And nested for loop. So loop control structures are divided into again 4 types. One is for loop, while loop, do while loop, and nested for loop. Control structure. Conditional control structure. So what is conditional control structure? Conditional control structures are used to execute set of statements depending on the condition. Depending on the condition. So conditional control structure. So depending on the condition, if the condition is true, some set of statements are executed. If the condition is false, some another set of statements are executed. Here set of statements may be one statement or more than one statement. One statement or more than one statement. Now we have seen example. If 5 greater than 4, printf 5 is big, else printf 4 is big. Now here control structures are used to execute set of statements depending on the condition. So what is the condition? 5 greater than 4 is one of the conditions. Here the condition is true means this will be executed. The condition false means else will be executed. Since 5 is greater than 4, what is the output will be printed? 5 is big is printed onto the output. Used to execute the set of statements depending on the condition. If the condition is true, some set of statements are executed. If the condition is false, another set of execution statements are executed. Now, what is the set of statement? The set of statement is called a block. The set of statement enclosed within the braces is called a block. The set of statement enclosed within the braces. The braces symbol is this one. Now, statement 1, statement 2, etc. So, if you want to execute many statements, then you have to write these many statements inside the flower braces. Then this is called as a block set of statements. The set of statements are written inside the flower braces. If you don't write inside the flower braces, then it will execute only the first statement. That we shall see in the control structure example. So block is a set of statements and written inside the flower braces. Now conditional control structure. Conditional control structures are divided into 5 types. One is if. if control structure. If control structure. If control structure. Now, if the rule or syntax, the rule or syntax is like this. If condition, if condition, statement 1, statement 1, statement 2, statement 3, etc. If condition, statement 1, statement 2, statement 3, etc. Now, then statement 1 is executed. Then statement 1 is executed. Then statement 2, statement 3, all other remaining statements are executed. If the condition is true, if the condition is false, then statement 1 is not executed. If the condition is false, then statement 1 is not executed. It will execute statement 2, statement 3 and remaining all the statements. Now we shall see one example. Example 1, if 5 greater than 3, printf hello, printf hi, printf world. This I am using /n. /n is nothing but new line. That means this output will be printed in the next line. This /n we use for new line, printing the information in the next line. That is the meaning /n. Now, if I have written inside the condition 5 greater than 3, is 5 greater than 3 true or false?
True, sir. True.
True means statement 1 is executed. Remaining all statements are executed. So the output will be like this. The output is hello, hi and world. Hello, hi and world. After printing hello, /n denotes that print hi in the next line. That is the meaning of /n. Otherwise, if you have not written /n, then hi will be printed beside hello. To see the output clearly onto the output screen, then we are using the /n. Now, after executing statement 2, it will execute statement 3. What is statement 3? World. Again I used /n. So world will be printed in the next line after hi, next line. This is the output of this if statement. So if the condition is true, statement 1 is executed and remaining all the statements are executed. Now, another example. Second example. Now, 5 less than 3. 5 less than false. False means statement 1 is not executed. Remaining all the statements are executed. So it will print hi and it will print world. Then the output will be this much only, hi and world. So conditional control structure. So depending on the condition, you are testing whether you want to execute the statement or not. So first statement is if statement we are discussing. So if the condition is false, only the first statement is not executed. Remaining statements are executed. If the condition is true, first statement is executed, along with remaining statements are executed. Clear everybody in this?
Sir, but you said if block is not there, then only first statement will be executed like that, no sir?
That I will take one more example to make you understand clearly. Now, example 3. If 5 greater than 3, printf BVRIT, printf, college, printf, Narsapur, printf, Medak, printf Medak. So this is the third example. Now, if the condition is true, yes, it is true. That immediately we are enclosed inside the flower base. Inside the flower base. That means this block set of statements are executed. Block set of statements are executed. So what will be the output? The output is BVRIT, college. This block is executed. Then remaining all the statements are executed. What are the remaining statements? Narsapur, Medak. Remaining all the statements are executed. Now, fourth example. 5 less than 3. 5 less than 3. Is the condition true or false? False. False means this entire block set of statements is not executed. If you want to execute more than one statement, then you have to enclose inside the flower base. Then block set of statements are not executed, then control will directly come here. What it will print? It will print Narsapur, Medak. Clear, everybody? Clear?
Sir, in this very example, if we did not have block, then none of this would happen, no, sir?
No, if you are not having block,
So your what?
if you have not written the block, the condition is false, then only statement 1 is not executed. If you have not written the block, then we say that statement 1 is not executed. If you have written the block, then we say that block is not executed. Then the control will come to Narsapur and Medak. Printf Narsapur, printf Medak. Clear, everybody?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Second one, if else control structure. Now what is the rule? If condition, then statement 1, else statement 2, statement 3, etc. Now, if the condition is true, then statement 1 is executed. If the condition is false, then statement 1 is not executed. Now, once again, if the condition is true, then statement 1 is executed, statement 2 is not executed, statement 1, statement 3, and remaining all the statements are executed. Now, if the condition is false, then statement 1 is not executed. It will execute statement 2, statement 3, etc. Statement 1 is not executed. Statement 2, statement 3 are executed. Now, I write the flowchart diagram for this. Now, condition. If the condition is true, then statement 1 is executed. Statement 1. If it is false, then statement 2 is executed. Statement 3 is common statement. Statement 3 and remaining all the statements are executed. Now see here once again. If the condition is true, then statement 1 is executed, statement 2 is not executed. Or if the condition is true, statement 1, statement 3, remaining statements are executed. If the condition is true, then statement 1, statement 3, remaining statements are executed. That means statement 2 will not be executed if the condition is true. If the condition is false, then we say that statement 1 will not be executed. Statement 2, statement 3, remaining, the control will go like this. Statement 2, statement 3, and remaining all the statements are executed. Clear, everybody? Shall we see with an example? We shall see with example. Now, if the condition is true, true means this side. Statement 1, statement 3 is executed. Else part is not executed. What is the else statement? Else statement is statement 2. If the condition is true, statement 2 is not executed. If the condition is false, statement 1 is not executed. Remaining all the statements are executed. Like for example, we shall see with an example. Example 1. If 5 greater than 3, printf. Hello. Else printf. World. Printf. Bye. So this is the example. Now, if the condition is true, 5 greater than 3? Yes, it is true. If it is true, then statement 2 is not executed. What is statement 2? Statement 2 is world. Remaining all the statements are executed. So what is the first statement? First statement is hello. What is the remaining statement? Remaining statement is bye. Hello, bye. Clear this one, everybody? If the condition is true, statement 1, statement 3, and remaining statements are executed. Statement 2 is not executed. Now, this will be the output. Clear
Sir,
up to this one? Yes?
sir, what if we have two statements under if?
No, I have cleared this example. I will take another example, that one.
Yes.
Hello, bye. This clear? Now,
Yes, sir.
second example. 5 is less than 3. 5 is less than 3. 5 is less than
False.
3 is condition is false. False means you have to go this arrow. False means you have to execute statement 2, statement 3, and remaining statement. So here, statement 2 is this one. So statement 1 is not executed. So then the output will be world and bye. World and bye. Now, once again, if else, if the condition is true, else part is not executed. Now, if the condition is false, if part is not executed. This is if part, this is else part. First statement. Condition is false here. False means this is not executed. Remaining all the statements are executed. So it will print the output as world and bye. Earlier in first example, it is like this. 5 greater than 3. 5 greater than 3, the condition is true. True means this statement will not be executed. The output will be hello and bye. If there are many statements are there, the statements are also executed. Clear, everybody? Shall we move on to next example, third example?
Yes, sir.
Third example. Now, what if many statements are there below if? If many statements are there, then you have to use the flower braces. Printf world else. If you want to write many statements again, printf dvrit printf college, close the flower braces, printf example. Example. Now 5 greater than 3. 5 greater than 3. Yes, it is greater. Then we say that this block will be executed. Then we say that the set of statements is nothing but a block. This block will be executed. This else again I have written inside the flower braces. This else block is not executed. Else block is not executed. Then the output will be hello world and example. Hello world example. Because this entire else block is not executed. Because I have written inside the flower braces.
Voice.
Now, here if we write inside the braces, then we say that the condition is true, this block set of statements are executed. Block. So print as hello world is executed. Else I have written inside the block. So this else block is not executed. The control will come here directly. It will print example. Cleared, everybody? So if you want to write more than one statement, then you have to use flower braces. Then you have to write that more than one statement inside the braces. The braces is called as block. Now, if the condition is false, then we say that this block is not executed. The block is not executed, this else block is executed. Example is common here. Then the output will be BVRIT College example. BVRIT College example. Cleared, everybody? Clear?
Yes, sir.
So, if you want to write more than one statement, then it is compulsory you need to use the braces. If you have not used the braces here, for example, if you have not used the braces and the condition is true, then only this statement is not executed. Then the output will be hello world, college and example. But here college is not printed. Why it is not printed? Because you have written inside the flower braces. That's why hello world, after else block is there, that's why it has come outside the block. Outside the block is example. Clear, everybody?
What
Sir?
if only one block is given, sir?
Here, like this.
Sir, if we have two statements but we do not have any block, then what would happen?
You should not write like this. It will give the error. If more than one statement are there, then it is compulsory that you need to use the flower braces. If you don't write the flower braces, the compiler will give the error. Because immediately after the statement, else should be there. After two statements, you cannot write else. If you want to write after two statements, then we say that this is block. If the condition is true, block is executed. If the condition is false, block is not executed. Remaining statements are executed. Like this we tell. You cannot write like this. The compiler will give the error. After two statements, you cannot write else part. Now, if 5 greater than 3, this statement 1 is not executed, statement 2 is not, that is not correct. If 5 greater than 3 is false, then if this belongs to if statement now, this is not executed. If 5 is less than 3, false means this is not executed. Remaining all the statements are executed. You should not write after two statement else. This is wrong. If you want to write two statements, then you have to use flower braces. Then you have to use the flower braces. Clear?
Yes, sir.
So today I will stop the class.